Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So how convenient that he decided to wake up, so I had to make him a bottle. Y'all, Jace don't play when it's time to eat. He ain't playing around. He wastes no time. I got those Playtex bottles, so you gotta like squeeze the air out of it. It's coming. It's coming, look. Here. The simplest things make them so happy. I got this thread showing. Let me get myself together. I'm out here. Hair ain't fluffed. That's as good as it's gonna get. So if you guys read the title, you guys want to know why I stopped breastfeeding. If you are new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. My name is Jazz, his name is Jace, and I'm basically showing you guys my first time motherhood experiences and as well as raising a newborn. So that's pretty much what my channel revolves around. But getting into the reason why I stopped breastfeeding, so everybody knows like on Instagram and stuff that I'm like known for like natural hair, natural skincare, stuff like that. So it was like pretty obvious that when I got pregnant that I wanted to do it the natural way, which is breastfeed. Because when you get pregnant, a lot of people want to know like, oh, you're gonna breastfeed, you're gonna formula feed, and I'm like, I ain't gonna use no formula. Like, I'm about to use my breast milk. That's what it's there for. So no one told me that your breast milk might not come in, which mine didn't come in for a week after he was born. And when I was at the hospital, they're like, oh, it should come in like 2 to 3 days or sometimes up to 5 days after they're born. Mine didn't come until like the 7th day. So when I first had him, he was like still sucking on my boob, but he was only having the colostrum, which wasn't enough. He was literally screaming and crying for milk like every few hours. So I was feeling like a horrible mom, and I'm literally like crying with him every day because I wasn't able to feed him the way I wanted to. So my mom like basically like forced me to get formula, which was a good suggestion, because as soon as I got him formula, he started to actually eat every 2 hours like he was supposed to. But then after like 2 days of straight formula, that's when my breast milk decided to come in. So I was like, okay, well, since he's already on formula, let me just like slowly introduce him to my breast milk again. So I started to mix the formula and the breast milk together, like half and half, because I use the 4-ounce bottles. So I put 2 ounces of breast milk in here and 2 ounces of formula, which is only 2 ounces of water, 1 scoop of formula. So I was doing that with all his bottles, and he was enjoying it, he was drinking it, he was fine. And then I started just using just my breast milk, because my breast milk supply was actually like kicking in, because you know it finally started to come in. So I started to just like stack up on all the breast milk. I had a mini fridge right next to my bed, so I have like breast milk storage bags in there like filled up. I'm over here like pumping, pouring it in there, pouring it in there, like going back and forth. Like I was doing really good. I was doing so good in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm like breastfeeding him fully at night. So at night I'll give him a full breast milk bottle. It just helped him sleep better. But then like in the daytime I would do like half formula, half breast milk. But then I don't know if it was Jordan or if it was my mom, but one of them was just like, hey, your supply in here is getting kind of low. Like, are you still pumping? And I'm like, yeah. But then I looked in there, I realized like, okay, he's eating every 2 hours, but I was only pumping like maybe like 6 times a day. Like I wasn't pumping enough basically. So I started pumping a lot more, and as I was pumping more, like it's like my milk supply, it's like my milk supply was getting lower and lower. So then I was talking to my next door neighbor, because she has about like, I think she got like 3 kids, maybe 4 kids over there. I don't know. She got a couple kids over there. Ooh, hold on, let me burp you. You've been going in this whole time. Look at that milk mouth. Ugh. You gotta get burped, baby. What time you trying to burp, today or tomorrow? Take your time. We got all day. We got all day. Look uncomfortable. You scoot up a little bit. Here. There you go. Good job. You got any more? There you go. Good job. Those are some good burps, baby. Good job. Good job. Do we look alike, yes or no? Yes or no? Move your mouth. Move your finger. Not making that face. We don't look alike. Dang. Everybody say he looked like his daddy, but I think he looked like his mama. Hold on, fat boy. He's serious about his milk, y'all. He don't play. Let me squeeze the air out. Let me squeeze the air out. Here. Before you start cussing me out. You can cuss me out on camera. Okay, so, dang, I should have reached over here and got him. Hold on. I'm trying to show y'all the vitamins that my next door neighbor told me about to get. Can you like wait for like 2 seconds? Oh shoot. Hold up. Here. Y'all, he is grown. You see, he be trying to like hold my hand and hold on to the bottle by himself. He think he grown. Okay, but I got the vitamins here. So they're called fenugreek. She told me to get these vitamins and it's gonna help my breast milk supply. And she was like, yeah, when I got this, like I was pumping like a cow. I was just pumping so much milk, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, girl, I'm about to go get me some of them. So I got me those. Didn't work. And I was taking them for 2 weeks. I was literally only pumping, every time I pumped, it was only 2 ounces of milk coming out of each. Coming out of each pumping session, which means I was only pumping 1 ounce of milk per titty. That was it. And he eats every 2 hours and he needs 4 ounces every 2 hours. He don't need 2 ounces whenever my titties felt like it. So I don't know. It was just way too stressful for me. And it's like I was literally crying with him all the time. And then once my breast milk supply went low, I was crying about that all the time. Like I'm literally just pumping and crying. Like, and I really had it good because I heard a lot of women that do breastfeed, like a lot of them have like really hard time because they have like pain in their nipples and stuff, which I didn't have any pain. Like I was fine. I was pumping fine. Everything was good. And then out of nowhere, like my milk supply was just getting lower and lower. And it's like, I don't know, it's so stressful to see your baby crying and it's like you can't do nothing about it, and it's like they're crying because they're hungry, and it's like you're supposed to be feeding them, and it's like I'm trying to pump out milk, nothing's coming out, but I got formula, but it's like I don't want to feed him straight formula. It was stupid. You know, in my opinion, it was real stupid to me to stress myself out. Like I was stressing myself out over my milk supply. I'm stressing my baby out because he's not eating, because I just don't want to feed him straight formula. I want him only to drink breast milk, or he can drink formula mixed with breast milk. It's like he had to have breast milk somehow. Like he wasn't gonna like go the day without breast milk, period, with me. But it's like I'm stressing myself out over this whole situation, and I could solve it just by getting some damn formula. And I have formula, but it's like I didn't want to just give him just formula. Like I don't know, it's like all mental. And then like even when I did finally stop, I was like, Jordan, tonight I'm not giving him no breast milk. Like I'm just about to stop pumping. I'm about to stop doing this because I'm like literally, I'm like tearing myself apart, stressing myself out over this whole situation. I was like, I'm about to give him just straight formula and that's it. Like once all this breast milk in the fridge is gone, I'm not pumping no more. Like I'm done. I'm not doing it. And he was just like, I mean, do whatever you want to do, because he watched me cry every night over breast milk, like literally crying in tears every night. So once all his breast milk was gone, I just kept feeding him this formula, and he's been fine ever since. Like honestly, I feel like we bond so much better now that he's on actual formula, which is crazy because, you know, everyone says feed your baby breast milk, it's a bonding experience like no other, blah 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 blah. No, don't believe the hype, because ever since I've gotten him formula, I feel like I've bonded with him so much better. Like our feeding times are so much more calm. Like he's chill. We're not like, he's not fussing. I'm not crying. Like it's like good energy when he's eating now, instead of like before when he was feeding, it was like crazy. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. I'm like crying, trying to put my titty in his mouth. Like it was crazy. It was so crazy. So that is why I stopped breastfeeding, and I'm happily giving him formula now. I have no problem with it. I was gonna show you guys the brand of formula I use too. Hold on. I don't want to move this bottle and it comes out of his mouth again. You really don't even got much in there. You got a couple of drops left. Yeah, this milk is pretty much... You all finished. I am about to start putting him on the 6 ounces though, because sometimes he'll drink 6 ounces, but most of the time he only drinks 4. Well, hold on, let me get this formula. Ooh, he burped already. Good job. But yeah, this is the formula that I use for him. The Enfamil NeuroPro, Gently's brain building, immune health, easy to digest, all that good stuff. And this, it says that it's the like most closest formula to breast milk, which I don't know, they probably all say that. But that's the only formula that I've given him and that he has not had no issues with. So that's the one I'm sticking with. And we've been fine ever since then. Ever since this formula life, like I feel like I bond with him so much better, and like there's just no, we don't have no beef. We used to have beef, bro, over milk. Remember? You remember that? You remember you and your mama used to have beef over milk? Her breast milk wasn't giving you enough. You was getting angry at me. You was yelling at me every day. You was making me cry. I was so sad. Do you remember? You remember you was cussing me out over some milk? But yeah, that's pretty much my story on why I stopped breastfeeding, and I really don't regret it. Honestly, if I was to get pregnant again, I would try to breastfeed my second child again. But if that goes down again, I'm not about to stress myself out over it. Especially if there's other ways to feed your child. Like breast milk is not the only way. But in my eyes, that was the only way in the beginning. But I'm over that stage now. Like now I know. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave those down below. If you guys want to share your breastfeeding story, leave that down below also. And thank you so much for watching, and you'll see you guys in our next video. Hit him with the shoulders, Jace. You gotta hit him with a smile before you go. Say cheese. Say cheese. You gonna smile before I go bye-bye? Say cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. What you doing? What him's doing? Say cheese. Hello? He ain't messing with me right now. That's cool. But I'm about to get him dressed, and we're about to go to his doctor's appointment today. He has to get his checkup today. So you guys see us in our next video. Bye.